Hey, 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 welcome to my channel. This is driving me nuts, and I have to share this with you. Okay, so you guys know, if you watched my last few videos, that I've been working on a few different cases, trying to learn as much as I can about the victims. Vaughn McCrae, or Marvon McCrae, is one of the three cases that I've been working on here. And this person that you see on the screen right here, this is Dre McCrae. She is Andrea McCrae, Vaughn's wife. So Vaughn is in a coma in the hospital right now. And if you watch my last video, you can get all the history on that. Okay, so I'm not going to go into everything that I shared in my last video. But Justice for All has had a person that has did a FOIA request and got all of the 911 calls, all of the police calls that have been made to the McCrae address in Yuma from 2016 to July 22nd. I don't know. Sometime in July was the last time that when she requested it. So to date of her request. Okay. So very recent. Dre is an herbal person. Okay, she's very gung-ho about herbs and all natural and plant-based diet and blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. That's her choice. Perfect. I'm not here to judge that. Okay, but I am here to judge these seeds that she's planting in documentation about Vaughn. And that's what I'm going to show you here. Okay, so I'm going to let you watch this video, and then we're going to look at two different documents about the 911 call that she's talking about in this video.
Herbs medicine into their body. They like it can deposit medicine. So one time I was trying to get Vaughn seizures to stop at home by them, not by themselves, but so whenever he has one, okay, it'll be over. Then about an hour or 4 hours later, between that time, he'll have another one, and he'll keep on and on and on. So I was looking for ways. He always breaks through his seizures, so it will never, like, it has never lasted a very long time. They always break through. So I was trying to find a way to prevent another one from forming. And then, so Dinah was actually doing biofeedback on Vaughn. I texted her and I was like, Dinah.
Okay, the biofeedback thing, I guess that the biofeedback machine is like a $200,000 machine or program or something, allegedly. Okay, this is a rumor. Dinah was doing it first, and then Dre started making $96,000 a month in January of 2021. I showed that in my last video also. And so, rumor has it, she got her own biofeedback machine, program, whatever it is, so she could start running these tests on her whole family on her own. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that in there. We're going to keep going.
Can you help me? Can you try to, help him? And so she was literally giving him phenobarbital. She had looked up that, and that is a medication or a seizure, very strong seizure medication that they used to give people back then. And at that time, I was desperate. I didn't care if it was Western medication, because I knew if we go to the hospital, they're going to give him Western. So let's see if this works. And so it didn't stop his seizure. I ended up having to call 911. But, he's like literally passed out on the bed.
Okay, so she ended up having to call 911. So let's take a look at that. Here's the 911 call log. So we go here and we see May 27th, 2020 at 16:09, which is 4:09 p.m. The call was over, called in by Andrea McCrae, and it was through the phone system. because there's also like walk-in, Yuma County Sheriff's Office phone, and then there's also like a web option. Okay, so there was a phone call. She did make it. I tried to edit out their address on every possible spot on this document. Justice for All, they didn't block out anything. They didn't edit anything, but I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. I know their address is already out there. She's not staying at the house right now anyway, because they're not even in Yuma right now, but still, whatever. Okay, anyway, so let's listen to her rendition now of what happened on May 27th, 2020. This is what she tells her people, okay?
And, you know, the paramedics to get here, and but, you know, he's like literally passed out on the bed, and, you know, the paramedics to get here, and they open up his eyelid and flash a light, and they're like, oh yeah, he's definitely been on something. And so I'm trying to convince them, like, he doesn't take drugs, but his eyes were, I think, dilated. I think that's what it was. They weren't dilated, or they were. I don't remember what it was. All I know was there was something about his eyes being dilated that they were like, oh, for sure. Because they were talking about something about Narcan, like doing that because his eyes were so, you know, whatever.
Okay, so she's like, oh no, he doesn't take drugs. He's not on drugs. But the paramedics are like, bitch, we're not dumb. We know he's taken something. His pupils are dilated to all hell. So we know he's high. He's intoxicated. He's under the influence of something. And we need to know. Like when she just said that Vaughn was given a very strong seizure medication. A very strong seizure. And that's not even including all of the herbal mixes that I refer to as poison that she's mixing, concocting herself, and spoon feeding, literally spoon feeding them to Vaughn and her children. But that's a whole different topic. Okay, stay on focus here. So she calls 911 and she says when the paramedics get there, they need to Narcan him. Okay, well, if you don't know what Narcan is, they give it to people when they overdose. So like if somebody is gone, like they're deceased in front of you because of an overdose, if paramedics or police officers arrive quick enough, they all carry Narcan on them. All of them. I know in my city they do. All first responders have Narcan. If it's an overdose, they can do that Narcan immediately. And I think it's a nose spray or something that has to do with their nose is how they do it. Sometimes one dose of Narcan will revive them. Sometimes it may take 3 or 4 doses, depending on what drug they're on and how much of it they had. So, and I'm not a medical professional. This is just what I know. Okay, so I'm not trying to claim anything. Consult a physician or a police officer for factual information. This is just what I kind of know. Okay, so they are wanting to know what he's on because they're talking about Narcan, using Narcan on him. Okay, so that's severe. That's no joke. So Amber, the person that helped Justin, got the CAD report, which the CAD report is the communication between dispatch and whoever called in on 911. So let's look at that. Now this is kind of hard to read because it was blurry on the screen. I did screenshot it from their video and I did try to clear it up a little bit. It's very blurry, but I'm going to try to read it to you, okay? And you can clear your screen up. If your screen is blurry, if you hit, let me go back here. If you hit the gear up here in the top right-hand corner, hit the gear and then go to quality and then scroll down to advanced and then pick the biggest number. Okay, whatever the biggest number is on this video. So 1080 is the biggest option on the video that I'm watching right now, which it seems like it's a screen recording from the Chisme report. I'm probably saying that all wrong, but the channel that I'm watching it on is My Next to Red Entertainment. So I'll try to link both of those channels in the description box of this video. Okay, so let's look at this. So you can see the date, May 27th, 2020, and all of the time log here, right? Okay, so it says 1611, 1612, 1614, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then 1714 and 1537. Okay, so it starts at the bottom and works up. Okay, so the narrative. Marvon McCray slumped over on couch, possibly under influence of narcs, which is narcotics. History of DV. Okay, can you see this? HX means history. I know that because I did work in the medical field. We used HX in the nurse notes. Okay, HX of DV. We all know what DV means, right? Okay, so she is telling them right there, planting the seed in the very first communication with 911. She is planting the seed that he has been violent in the past with her. Okay, DV. Are you freaking kidding me? This pisses me off, okay? And then it says, has not been verbally or physically, or verbal or physical today. So she said he has not done any DV today. Okay. Then RP responding or reporting party is what RP means. RP is afraid of him and his behavior. Okay. Then YFD. I can't. Something. That's the Yuma Fire Department. Okay. And then reporting party stating she blank several days ago. DV related. So what was that? She blank several days ago. DV related. What does that mean? What did she do several days ago that was DV related? Okay, so now it says solution narrative. So I'm not for sure what it says. River AE narrative on the first few. I'm not for sure what that means, but now we have solution narrative. Okay, so it has a star and then it says Marvon. Then it says has been verbally aggressive. Then it says, and this is at 16:15, so this is 4:15 p.m. Currently slumped over the couch, unconscious, UNCON is what that says at the end here. It's very hard to read, but currently slumped over the couch, unconscious. Okay, then the next one at 4:16 says, I don't know what those are. She's talking about Marvon. Has been unpredictable. Last night, he scared reporting party and juveniles so bad they locked themselves in the back bedroom away from him. Seriously? So she is saying that Marvon was mean verbally and physically to them, to all of them. That's what she's putting here in a legal public document. Okay. She also said that reporting party recorded his behavior also when he was acting odd. Now, why would he be acting odd? Is it possibly because of the mix of all of the different illegal medications that you're giving him, not from a physician, but from Dr. Dre herself, on top of all of the herbal mixes that you're mixing up and spoon feeding him? Now, he is a grown man. He could say no, but he trusts his wife. She has manipulated his mind over the last 8 years so much, and this was 2 years ago, so this was 6 years in. Okay, he has been with her for 6 years. She has trapped him from the very beginning, in my opinion. Everything is in my opinion that I state, that is not right here on your screen, okay? It's all my opinion. I believe, if you watched my last video, I believe she trapped him into marriage. She gave him the ultimatum and made it seem like he was about to miss out on the best woman that has ever walked in front of his eyes. Okay? And he fell for it. He fell for it. He was 21 years old. He fell for it. She got pregnant on their wedding night after they had been dating for 7 months. And I believe it's all been downhill from there. Okay, let's keep going. Watch my last video because I put a lot of detail into that. Okay, so 417. Slurred speech, drooling, eyes rolled back. Okay, and I'm looking right here. Slurred speech, drooling, and eyes rolled back. But she told the paramedics he doesn't take drugs, knowing damn well everything that he had in his system from that day and a buildup from the day before and the day before that and the day before that. She knows exactly what's in his system. He's not just slurring speech, drooling, and eyes rolling back just cause. And notice nowhere on here does she say shit about seizures. Didn't she just say that he was having a seizure and she called 911? Oh yeah, that's totally different than what she told 911, right? I've seen a lot of inconsistencies with what Dre says to different people about the same situation. And I'm trying to bring those to light. This is the first part of it. Okay, this is the first one. I think this one is huge. Okay, and then 16:17. So 4:17 p.m. Reporting party attempted ATT to lock her dogs up. Okay, so she's going to put the dogs away. Unknown if he will be aggressive with responders. Possibly won't wake up. So now she's telling him at 4:18 p.m. he might be aggressive with the paramedics when they get here, when he wakes up. If he wakes up. He might not wake up. This has nothing to do with a freaking seizure. She is not telling them, 911, that he just had a seizure. But she just told us in this video that he had a seizure. Ooh, okay. Then at 17:14, which is 5:14 p.m., Marvon refused medical. At 5:15, agreed to leave for the night. So Marvon agreed to leave the house on May 27th, 2020.
Medicine into their body. They like it can deposit medicine. So one time I was trying to get Von seizures to stop at home by them, not by themselves, but so whenever he has one, okay, it'll be over. Then about an hour or 4 hours later, between that time, he'll have another one, and he'll keep on and on and on. So I was looking for ways. He always breaks through his seizure, so it will never, like, it has never lasted a very long time. They always break through. So I was trying to find a way to prevent another one from forming. And then, so Dinah was actually doing biofeedback on Vaughn. I texted her and I was like, Dinah, can you help me? Can you try to, help him? And so she was literally giving him phenobarbital. She had looked up that, and that is a medication or a seizure, very strong seizure medication that they used to give people back then. And at that time, I was desperate. I didn't care if it was Western medication, because I knew if we go to the hospital, they're going to give him Western. So let's see if this works. And so it didn't stop his seizure. I ended up having to call 911. But, he's like literally passed out on the bed. And, the paramedics get here and they open up his eyelid and flash a light. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's definitely been on something. And so I'm trying to convince them, like, he doesn't take drugs. But his eyes were, I think, dilated. I think that's what it was. They weren't.
Okay, so which was it? Was he being aggressive physically and verbally and drooling on himself and slurred speech and eyes rolled back in his head? Or, and did she record his behavior? Were they really scared of him to where they locked themselves in the bedroom the night before? It says that he was currently slumped over on the couch, unconscious, but here she said he was in the bed. Now, this is the only call with this reason. So if we go here, we have the other calls that were made. Okay, so DV, disorderly conduct. I haven't seen that CAD report yet. That was September 26, 2019, and then October 3rd, 2019 are both the same. And then also May 15th, 2020, I haven't seen those. Now, it says report required. No. Until you get down to the May 15th, 2020, and then it says yes, that there was a report required. And again, those were Dre that called in, except for the one that they made the report about on May 15th. That one doesn't have a name of who called in. So, is this the same date? Is this the same incident? And this is the only one on here that matches up to what she is saying. There's no other reason for the call that they would require Narcan that I have seen on this report. And there's 3 pages. This is just one. This is page 2 of the report here. But the stories are so totally different. So is this the same date? Have you watched Dre McCrae? Do you remember this incident? Was it in May of 2020, possibly? I mean, you can see her background here. Is that background in Oceanside or is that background in Yuma? Because I'm not 100% sure. I think it's in Yuma, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know what you think. And if these are the same incidents that they are talking about here, and she has told that there is a history of DV, and that they were so scared of him the night before, and that he might be physical with responders when he wakes up, or he might be aggressive with responders when he wakes up. But yet she's sitting here saying he was having seizures that day. Every 1 to 4 hours he was having a seizure. And he was medicated. And he was on herbs. It just doesn't make sense to me. What do you think? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Are you following this case? Did you see my last video? Are you up to date on what's going on? There has been so much drama surrounded around this case amongst YouTubers. I'm not messing with that. I refuse. I'm staying out of that mess. The integrity that somebody showed recently was disgusting. It showed me that they have zero integrity. And I'm sorry that I even put their name in my last video. So I'm not going to talk about other YouTubers in my videos anymore. If I use a video, I will link it, but that's as far as I'm going to go. So, and this person, the Chisme report is where the original video came from. So it looks like this channel that I found, my next to Red Entertainment, it looks like they're recording clips from other channels and then uploading the clips to their channel. So they're sharing important things on their channel. So that's pretty cool. So like I said, I will try to link both of those channels below so that you can go see the entire video. I showed it basically, but if you wouldn't go see the entire video yourself, then I'll have both channels in my description box. I'm looking forward to reading your comment though. I'm so very confused about this woman and her narrative that she keeps twisting and turning depending on what ear she's talking in. Why is that? Why is that it depends on the ear that is listening on what narrative she uses? That irritates me because that means you're a liar. And I don't like liars at all. Period. Ever. I do not like liars. And she is a whole liar. She twists the narrative so much like she is wringing out a wet freaking towel, okay? Twisting that shit. And I don't like it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I love you bunches. Make sure you subscribe and ring-a-ding the bell and hit the thumbs up too. Thank you. Love you bunches.